Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Double. Today we're going to take a quick look at the latest pedal that iSet has sent along. It's their delay pedal, and I really dig it for a couple of particular reasons. They did not pay me to say anything about the pedal, they just asked for my honest opinions. And like I've said about most of these iSet pedals, they're cool, compact, they're sleek for $25 or so for most of their pedals. You really have a good sounding pedal, no noise floor, nice and quiet, a lot of options. I like the violin-y kind of volume sweeps. And just give that kind of a sweepy, nice, natural sound that you might not find with a purely digital delay that's going to repeat your notes exactly. This kind of gives a little shape to the delay sounds and the trail. The feedback here, as you dial that in more and more, you'll start to hear the roll off and kind of a filtery kind of a sound on the repeats. And then you'll really hear it if you bring up the echo level. That's going to be how loud your repeats sound against the guitar. And then you have the time. Counterclockwise is going to be pretty quick settings on the time, and then a little bit longer, for some of your like lead kind of things or trippy kind of sounds. One of the coolest spices that you can add to a solo or almost any kind of sound is delay, I think. You can use it rhythmically to kind of spice up a simple kind of chord progression, give it a little movement. You could throw it in like with a phaser, even on rhythm sound. Or use like a phasey kind of a lead. The delays really kind of just keep the phaser. I don't know, there's something about when you're playing a lot of single notes with delay and phaser that you can really get the phaser to kind of react a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just kind of seems like the phase just kind of keeps on going with the delay. I don't know. But adding phaser to a delay is a great way to mix some spices. Ginger was always cool. I guess really in my heart, I'm a Marianne fan. And of course, the 80s, you heard it in all sorts of solos. like almost every shreddy solo had some delay going on. And especially whammy bar tricks, you know, if you're doing wow kind of a thing, it's going to be a little dry. But then you add some, even just a touch of delay, even a simple trick sometimes can just sound a little more dynamic with some delay going on behind. Maybe not getting too much feedback and getting just enough of a subtle echo kind of. I like this kind of a setting, I think, the most for when I was just kind of doing single note leads or kind of trying to get that lead sound, kind of a little bit of a longer thing, just kind of behind it, the echo level, not too loud and not too many feedback things. Bring that feedback up some, and really you start to get some oscillations going on. It can get carried away. So you do have to be aware of that with this pedal. It has that kind of an analog thing going on where it's just going to keep oscillating. I really like that feature about this pedal. It's a great feature to have if you're a tweaky kind of delay pedal guy. And if you're just a set and forget kind of a guy, like I tend to be with a lot of pedals, I tend to like to find a sound within a pedal and use it. You could find whichever one you like. There's good slapback sounds, you know, real quick kind of slap just by dialing that time back some. The delay pedal to me is just great. You just end up getting lost. You can just get caught up in this world of your space and the time and manipulating yourself. And you're playing in such a way that when you lock into it, sometimes it's great and you focus in on it, and then there's other times where you can just kind of play and just not really even think about it, and it's just there kind of supporting you. It's my favorite of the spices, really, and it's probably something that I add to all of my sounds and songs somewhere, some sort of a delay sound. It's the salt and pepper of my recipe generally. What can I say? A fun spice to have if you're into the dub style is that kind of a filtery delay and the quick kind of triplet bam 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 kind of a thing. You find you lock in with the drummer, you just kind of sit there and tweak the right sound and get that kind of rollback going. I came up with a quick little bass line that just had a quick, like real quick smack to it just to give it a little space. I added all that to the drum loop that I had going on in a looper, and then just started messing around with the pedal a little bit more. And I'll leave you with that kind of jamming feel that I got, and a couple of the different spices that blended into my final mix of a songy, jammy recipe here for our outro. What do you think, Sporty? Yeah. Thanks for being here. I'll leave you with this little bit of a dubby style jam, the double dub jam. Ooh, leave me a comment as to what you think of the sounds coming out of this nice, inexpensive pedal. This isn't just a beginner pedal. I mean, really, if I had this, I'd keep it just like I had it somewhere by my hands and blend it with my other sounds because it's definitely tweaky and it's fun. And thanks, iSet, for sending this along. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it.